Welcome to Understanding MIDI. Click here to start. MIDI, which stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface, is a system that allows electronic musical instruments and computers to send instructions to each other. One of the things that confuses people new to MIDI is that they assume MIDI is some type of sound or audio that travels through MIDI cables. It's not. Here are just some of the things MIDI makes possible. You can record and edit MIDI information of a performance. You can create rich musical textures by layering sounds from multiple MIDI devices or assign different sounds to play in different pitch ranges. One MIDI device can also control another. In your own terms, define what you think MIDI is. How does your definition compare? A MIDI device that controls another is referred to as a MIDI controller. Though most people think of MIDI as being just for keyboard players, a wide range of MIDI controllers and control surfaces make it easy for all sorts of players and engineers to harness the power of MIDI. Drag the correct name to the MIDI device. What equipment you will be using? Roland Juno DI. Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Cubase. From the input, the MIDI controller turns the performance into MIDI data. That MIDI data is then sent to the sequencer, and the sequencer's MIDI channel captures MIDI data. The channel's output is routed to an instrument. This will be your computer MIDI instrument, and then the audio is sent to the output, which will be the Focusrite. Here we can see the MIDI keyboard playing a middle C note at a velocity of 64. Upon release, the information has stopped being sent to the MIDI instrument. Note on and note off messages are just the beginning. Most MIDI controllers can also sense how hard you play a note. And of course, you'll usually play more than one note at a time. A single MIDI connection can carry 16 independent streams, or channels, of MIDI information. The ability to have these 16 separate MIDI conversations going on at the same time allows one MIDI device can control a whole room full of MIDI devices. Multiple sounds can be played in a single MIDI device. Each MIDI channel can be programmed to play any standard sound. Channel 10 is usually the default drum track. Each of the 16 channels have 128 controlled change messages, 0 to 127. Each of these messages have 128 possible values, 0 to 127. Examples of the uses of these values: CC#7 channel volume, max volume 127 linear, mute 0. The control change message #10 CC#10 is pan. Time for the quiz. What does MIDI stand for? What information is sent when a note is played on a keyboard? What is the highest possible value for velocity? Is MIDI exclusive to keyboard instruments? How many MIDI channels are there? What is the default instrument for MIDI channel 10? What MIDI controller will you be using in this room? What is the type of MIDI connector you use in this room? Is MIDI a type of audio signal? What software sequencer will you be using in this room? Well done! You have completed Understanding MIDI. Here are your quiz results.